Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 3 came out February 13th, 2025 on Netflix. It is the final part in the long-awaited Karate Kid franchise and closes out the story of Johnny Lawrence. Over these past 6 seasons, it's been a whirlwind ride of epic proportions. We know that Daniel's story was the Karate Kid movies. The Cobra Kai series was Johnny's story and redemption, and that's what it is. And it's absolutely brilliant. The way the creators did this series was phenomenal from start to finish. Even though the first 2 seasons were on YouTube, Netflix picked it up for season 3 and then went on a trajectory that was unmatched, bringing back familiar faces, characters we know and love, characters we hate, but we love to hate. This series was really good. The last 5 episodes is just kind of figuring everything out. After what happened in season 6 part 2, we see everyone wanting to get the Sekai Taikai back up and going. And the only way you can do that is all senseis have to agree. And in a way, they kind of do that. We then see Silver is dying slowly because he's sick. And then we all have to see what's happening, what's going on. The aspect of how the creators wrote every single character and how they managed and balanced every single person in this is really, really good. Everyone got a fair amount of screen time. We saw the love interest, the back and forth with the relationships. I mean, I'm not one for teenage drama, but Cobra Kai did it perfectly, even adding the adult drama with it. And seeing how Daniel helps Johnny in the end, in a full circle moment, it's really good. You get callbacks and flashbacks edited into the series with the original film of the Karate Kid series done so well. There are moments and instances where you're like, whoa. And there is a moment in here where it's season 6, episode 14. The ending I did not expect. And I was like, there's no way they wrote that in there. And they did write that in there. And it's like, wow, okay, so that's what happens to those 2 characters that we know and maybe even love. We see that Kreese's story also is closing. He's giving his piece to everyone on what he did. Silver is still just a badass and he's just doing his thing. I mean, I didn't expect most of these actors to return to these roles that they, garnered and made big 40 years ago, but here they are, and they did that. Seeing William Zabka really, really carry this series was really good. The chemistry was good with everyone. The comedy is great. Johnny hasn't grown up at all, and he still hasn't grown up, which is really, really fun. In all, I will say, for nostalgic reasons, for someone like me growing up in the 80s, the 90s, and following the Karate Kid, knowing the aspect of the story of Daniel and Mr. Miyagi, and then seeing this come out many years later, close to 30 plus years later, was so well done. There are emotional moments in here, and the aspect of keeping Mr. Miyagi's memory alive is there. I just didn't like the CGI AI scene that they did, where we see Mr. Miyagi and Daniel talking and fighting against the skeletons. You know what I mean if you've seen the Karate Kid movie and you see this episode. But it was just really, really bittersweet. I know I commend them for trying, but the CGI AI aspect of showing a character that's long passed away and in loving memory of it, it's like, okay, you have to tweak and you have to work on the CGI AI aspect of things, and you just have to get it right from what it is. This was a great, great series. Really loved it. It was heartfelt, and the ending is just so intense and crazy. You don't know where to expect it to go. It was very smart breaking season 6 into 3 parts, 5 episodes each, 15 episodes in total. Very, very smart by the creators, very smart by Netflix. I will say that I am giving a round of applause to Netflix because they haven't done a good series in a long time, and this is the only thing that they've done in the past. I want to say since they started it with season 3 by picking it up. But for what it is, it was fun, it was heartfelt, it was great, and, I don't give really many spoilers away in my reviews, and I don't tend to do that at all in this. I will say, watch it. You'll love it. If you're a fan of the Karate Kid franchise, check it out. If you love Cobra Kai, check it out. And it's the redemption of Johnny. It's Johnny's story and what we got. If old 80s movies, 70s movies can focus on one character, and then you see the redemption arc later on in a TV show about another character, do that. Hollywood can follow the Cobra Kai formula and do it well. Which aspect of how John Hurwitz, Josh Heald have done with this series, it's so good. They themselves make a cameo appearance here and there in certain episodes. Not only that, Chozen Taguchi is really good as a character. Seeing Yuji Okamoto come in again and just tying everything up, it's just so well done. Seeing, it was so good. Now, we know Johnny's story is over. It ended with Cobra Kai. Daniel's story ended in the Karate Kid movies and Karate Kid Part 3. Mr. Miyagi's kind of ended with the next Karate Kid. We didn't get the character of Hilary Swank back. Would have loved to have seen that in Cobra Kai. But I will say that the aspect of the Karate Kid franchise will finally, probably, hopefully, close out and done in a good way with Karate Kid Legends, the Ralph Macchio Jackie Chan movie that's coming out in May of 2025. All in all, loved how the whole aspect of everything was done, and it was really good. And even the young actors and actresses that carried this show as well, not only with the adult actors, but it was really good. Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 3 from me gets 5 out of 5 film reels. Let me know in the comment section what you thought about Cobra Kai, the entirety of the series, or even Season 6 Part 3 and all of the seasons. Which is your favorite season? Which is your least favorite season? Who's your favorite character in the Cobra Kai Karate Kid franchise? And what do you think, and where do you think things will go? And were you surprised by that episode 14 season 6 ending? Because I know I was, and my jaw was to the floor. And what do you expect from the Karate Kid Legends movie starring Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan that's coming out in May of 2025? Do you think it'll close out all the stories, or do you think it'll continue? So let me know in the comment section about all the questions I just asked. I'm Mr. Filmstock. Thanks so much for tuning into my review of Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 3. I'll see you all in the next review video.